We have a question for you. Why spend 1 hour completing a task manually that can otherwise be automated in 30 seconds? Universally, the most valuable resource we all share is time. How we spend it and how we prioritize it is completely up to us. If you had the option to take back time by removing a tedious manual process and replacing it with an automated solution, would you do it? Don't let the new Transport Canada Locomotive Voice and Video Recorder regulation consume your time. Compliance to Transport Canada requires more than just a standard solution. Let's go over just a few examples of how Wi-Tronix is here to help. In accordance with Section 5, Wi-Tronix meets all 7 of the technical requirements laid out for the LVVR system, including providing 48 hours of 4K resolution inward video and audio data on a crash-protected memory module and automatically, permanently erasing LVVR recorded data from the memory module that was recorded more than 48 hours prior. In accordance with Section 8, Wi-Tronix installs a total of 3 microphones per locomotive, 2 interiors and 1 exterior, to ensure the company can clearly record and understand the recorded data of the operating employees and their communications. Complying with Section 9, the company is able to check in on their crew and the locomotive's surrounding area both day and night through the 3-camera system we provide. 2 cameras provide 360-degree views, delivering a virtual reality of the cab and crew close enough to discern facial features and expressions. Complying with Section 10, the Wi-Tronix web-based back-office system, Violet View, provides a coordinated universal time-stamped to the second, and allows for synchronized playback of voice and video data and more. As specified in Section 10, Subsection 2B, our customers can play back the data in a synchronized fashion for the locomotive event recorder data, GPS location data, outward and inward-facing camera video footage, outward and inward audio data, and customer-provided mileposts. To move on to comply with Section 11, the team at Wi-Tronix performs automated maintenance on our solutions as well as annual remote testing of our locomotive assets. Testing is also done at the conclusion of each installation to ensure a successful connection. In accordance with Section 19, Wi-Tronix prides ourselves on our inalterable record of data access or download. Our user activity report page on the back office showcases everything from the locomotive asset ID and username to the activity message and the user's IP address. To comply with Section 24, companies must not access or use the voice or video data recorded in the controlling locomotive unless it has been determined that the controlling locomotive was involved in an accident or incident and the company has reason to believe that there were activities in said controlling locomotive that caused or contributed to the incident. Wi-Tronix uniquely solves for this with our exclusive alerting system, providing you access to your fleet in real time. For example, we uniquely provide mobile phone detection and camera obstruction alerts, which also directly supports the threats to safety of railway operations specifically outlined in Section 30. We also solve for this with our train handling exceptions, such as engineer or conductor initiated emergency or rapid dynamic braking. Communicating with the Transportation Safety Board is key, so in accordance with Section 22, your railroad will have no issues doing so. We will help you accomplish seamlessly communicating with the TSB by utilizing the web-based player, where Section 22, Subsection 2 explains that your company is required to provide the software and equipment required to use and view the data. There is no proprietary software or equipment required to communicate when using the Wi-Tronix approach. Users can even audit shares and views through the Manage Violet View Shares page. Wi-Tronix is the only provider that delivers data safely and securely online with a unique date and timestamp for record-keeping purposes, which can be found on those Violet View shares. And finally, to comply with Sections 32 and 33, Wi-Tronix will take care of the preservation and deletion of your sensitive data. Our automated workflows will properly store, permanently erase, and keep records of doing so for Transport Canada's different outlined periods of time. For example, as outlined in Section 33, subsections 3A and B, our workflows will permanently delete data from their storage locations once 2 years have passed from a threat, which caused you to retain the data for an extended period of time in the first place, and the data is no longer required to be preserved. This is all to ensure your railroad remains compliant and you can focus your time elsewhere. Don't let the upcoming Transport Canada Locomotive Voice and Video Recorder regulation consume your time.